my brothers and sisters. So in my second vision that I explained to everybody, there was like a smoke or some kind of it's just a smoke or like a fog or something. Well, I said that it was killing a lot of people. That if you breathed it, it was bad. I'm not really sure what this fog or smoke is, but for some reason I felt compelled to check out a book called Prey. I've been calling it Swarm for some reason. I don't know why, but this is the cover of the book. And when I saw this cover of the book, I felt compelled to like check it out, right? So I went ahead and read it. Um, I ended up getting into Michael Crichton's books. He's the one that wrote Jurassic Park and stuff like that. And he's got another one that was pretty interesting. It was about quantum physics, and it actually had to do with time travel. It's very interesting because a lot of the stuff that he speaks of is like warnings from like back then, right? Like Jurassic Park. Like genetic engineering is possible. When he wrote Jurassic Park, he was talking about genetic engineering. Um, for instance, mRNA, all that crazy stuff. Um, how they could get into your genome and your genes and basically clone you. But we're on that subject. We're on nanobots and prey. So let me go ahead and you'll find this kind of eerie probably. This book was published November 2002. Prey is a novel by Michael Chrighton, his 13th under his own name, 23rd overall. November 20, 2002, making it his first novel of the 21st century. He also wrote a The 13th Warrior. It's a good movie. You should check it out. I'm sure a lot of it's missing. Um, the original book was by Michael Chrighton called Eaters of the Dead. And they ended up making it into a featured motion film, and it was called The 13th Warrior. And a lot of that pertains to what is happening now as well, as far as the dragon, Odin, Mother, stuff like that. You know, they go ahead and talk a little bit about that in that movie. So, um, the novel serves as a cautionary tale about developments in science and technology, in this case, nanotechnology, genetic engineering, and distributed artificial intelligence. This book features relatively new advances in computing science communities such as artificial life emergence, genetic algorithms, and agent-based computing fields such as population dynamics and host-parasite co-evolution in the heart of the novel. Here's a plot summary, and I'm just going to read a little bit to you. This novel is narrated by the protagonist, Jack Foreman, an unemployed software programmer taking the role of a house husband. His wife, Julia, serves as a high-ranking executive at a nanobotics company called Zymos, and claims to be working on a new revolutionary imaging technology that takes up most of her time. She grows distant to Jack and family, believing that she is having an affair. One night, Julia shows Jack a video of the Zymos nanobots being put into a human test subject. Jack is impressed, but becomes more suspicious when he noticed the video was not made the day that she claimed. Later in the night, their baby Amanda awakens to agony as her body turns red. Jack takes her to the hospital, but doctors cannot identify the cause of her pain. She is given an MRI, which is electromagnetic, very strong. They tell you not to bring jewelry in there. They tell you, if you ask you if you have any metal on you, because it is a giant magnet. This is electromagnetism. So basically what happens here is the electromagnetism kills the nanobots inside their baby's body. They just don't realize it yet, right? Now this is what was happening to people in real life. They were getting rashes, they're getting blood things, all this stuff is happening to them right now. I firmly believe that electromagnetism can kill these things. A magnet, whether it's your heart or added stacked magnets. And suddenly her pain stops and skin changes disappear. Bewildered, Jack returns home strangely indifferent Julia, who leaves in a hurry, claiming she's on a business trip. Strange events lead Jack to suspect something even bigger is going on. Their son Eric claims he saw silver men cleaning the house in the middle of the night. Jack finds a strange device underneath Amanda's bed, and their memory chips on their son's MP3 player turn to dust. And Julia allows abusive to her family as well has been seeing it with an unidentified passenger. Julia is injured in a car crash and Jack is recruited to consult Zymos as the project manager. Ricky is having issues with the nanobots. You can go on and read more of this if you'd like, but it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. The swarm possesses rudimentary intelligence. In other words, these bots, these little tiny bots, they start coming out of people's bodies and they start forming. They're intelligent on their own. They know how to trick you. They know how to learn. They know how to get away. For some reason, it says in the book that the swarms don't like the nighttime or the wind, so that they're able to. The nanoswarm kills a rabbit outside of the complex, and Jack goes outside in May to finds the rabbit died of suffocation as the nanobots blacked its bronchial tubes. Jack is attacked by the swarms and barely manages to get through the airlock into the lab before falling unconscious from anaphylactic shock. Fearing a gray goo plague, radioactive isotopes. It gets very interesting.